I know. Gosh, sometimes it is difficult because we all have to put ourselves in situations that we don't necessarily want to be in. I mean, that's how you grow and you step outside of your comfort zone. So
Right.
maybe you could come across as being fake, or sometimes you could even potentially project, or someone could project onto you some sort of opinion. And at the end of the day, the impact of that, it's just, it doesn't make it pleasant faking an interaction with a colleague or a client. It's just unpleasant. It feels disingenuous. Like, human interaction is supposed to be genuine. Otherwise, what's really the point? I'm actually reading this book, and maybe you've heard of it. Oh, I actually have it right here. It's called The Four Agreements, and
Oh,
it's kind of like a wisdom, self-development, like positivity book. And the four agreements that they talk about, which is really, it just kind of ties back to this conversation. The first one is be impeccable with your word. So that's to not speak ill of yourself and to also not speak ill of other people, basically like gossiping. Which is funny because that's kind of that's kind of what my job was as an entertainment reporter. It's like getting that kind of juicy gossip, and
yeah.
yeah, it is what it is. It's part of Hollywood. But the second one is don't take anything personally. So, and this is so much easier said than done, and something that I always struggle with. I'm very much a people pleaser. I want to make sure everyone's happy. But sometimes at the end of the day, like, you can't control people's opinions. You can't control what they're going through or how they project things onto you. So you just can't take things personally at the end of the day if somebody makes you feel weird, or just unpleasant. The third one is don't make assumptions. So again, it goes back to, you don't know the kind of day that people are having. And then also, people don't know the kind of day that you're having. So if you feel like you came off a conversation weird, you could go back to that person and communicate like, hey, just so you know, like, I'm having a really bad morning. I didn't mean for anything to come off any type of way, things like that. And then the fourth agreement is always do your best. So it's like kind of always doing your best. Take the pressure off at the end of the day when you go to sleep at night, thinking about the conversations that you've had. It's like, yes, I did my best with those. I did my best with the attitude, or with the emotional state that I was in, or the feelings that I was having that day, with the tools that I had. Going to sleep at night knowing I did my best, and if something needs to be resolved the next day, it can be resolved.
That's such good advice for leaders and the leaders of tomorrow. Thanks for that. So for